Hi, I know you have heard in the Bible, you've read, if you're a Christian, that God has created man in his image and in his likeness. So basically, in today's video, I'll be talking about some of the character traits that are evident in men that show how God has put part of his personality in men. Okay, and this I'll be basing on the book, two books actually, not one book, two books. Created to be a helpmeet and preparing to be a helpmeet. Preparing to be a helpmeet, they are written by Debbie, and they are readily available. In this video, I'll just be sharing the types of men. Then in my next video, I'll be sharing about types of women. The book is written for ladies, but I believe the knowledge is good and helpful for both men and women. So feel most welcome to watch to the end. I believe for men, like when I read this book, this is a book I was given by my sister-in-law when they were newlywed. I wasn't even dating, but I found it very helpful. It actually helped me understand the men in my life. Mostly I got to understand some of the character traits in my dad, in my brother, in some men around me. So it is very good to actually help you understand the people around you. If you're new in this channel, my name is Grace, and I'm so happy that you have clicked on this video. If you've not yet subscribed, please make sure to subscribe. It is one way of supporting this channel and helping us to grow. So I'm just going ahead and sharing the three types. So the first type of man is the visionary man. The visionary man, or the prophet, according to how she has stated, just like the title, a visionary man is someone who has a vision and they go for it. This is someone who will have like one idea or two ideas, and mostly maybe one thing. They go for it. They have this vision about something and they go for it. These are people who are able to invent, come up with new ideas, new things, and they're also able to, number two, bring change. So basically, from not just having very new ideas, they can also have an idea of how to change something that is already existing. So you'll find this is someone who is not okay with status quo, and if they're not okay with status quo, if they can see something that can improve or can change for the better, they will go for it. Sometimes you find them, even if something might hurt other people or might bring, some friction with people, they still go for it. If they believe in something, that's it. That is all it takes for them to go for something. So they can stick to one thing and go with it to the end, okay? You'll find them mostly to be frontliners, maybe in social issues like political activists. They see something that needs change and they will be on the forefront. They're also the creatives, yeah? People who are good in arts and all that. So that is how a visionary man looks. The best kind of woman for this person, if you have a visionary man in your life, either it's someone you're dating and you have realized they're like this, or you're already married, or when you meet someone and you're considering them and you realize they're visionary, as a woman, you need to be a steady and stable wife. Why is this important? This is important because the man who is visionary, they go for an idea. Sometimes the idea might be very good and it works. Actually, in the book, Debbie says, a visionary man will either be rich or poor. There is no middle ground. Most times, okay, let me say most times, there is no middle ground when it comes to a visionary man. So they need someone they can come back to. If things don't work out, you are supposed to be the stable, steady woman he can come back to. Okay, so that is how a wife should be for this man. You support him, you support his ideas, you support what he's doing, but you also need to be grounded and stable for it, for the sake of the family, for the sake of your partnership. Okay, yes. The second type of man is the command man or the king. And just like the title, this is a man who, according to many people, looks bossy. This is someone who has authority. They get into a room. I know you've seen this kind of people. This man walks into a room and they start calling the shots. It might be a very new environment, a very new place for them to be in, but somehow they start getting in charge. They start taking or being in control and being in charge. They start taking charge. Yeah, so this is someone who seems to just have authority in them. They are a leader naturally. They go into an event or in a meeting, mostly they're able to organize people and just lead things. Okay, this is someone who will have they will look at something, have a general view, look at the big picture, and work out a plan on how to meet the project, on how to work out the project. So they have a plan and they move with the plan. The only challenge with this is they don't see the details inside the plan. They don't look at the details. They might not see the needs of the people involved in the plan, and most times they might even throw, like, let people go. Like, if you're not able to work with my speed, work with the plan I have, you know what? Bye-bye. Thank you for working with us this far. So this is someone who will that is why they look bossy and all, because they are not sensitive to people's needs. They're not gentle, they're not patient. You're either working with me or not working with me. There is no middle ground with them. Okay, so for a lady, if you find yourself with a king, a man who seems to be a king, someone who is in command and all that, actually, if you find yourself in this, you will need to be a servant. But that doesn't mean a doormat. This means you are there to serve this person. You are there to obey them when they say things. You are there to support what they are doing. But on the other hand, you have to also be strong. You have to be a queen. So you're not sensitive and needy, because this is someone who might not be vulnerable with you. This is someone who might not show patience with you and all that. So you need to also be very strong. When this man realizes that you're strong, you're supporting them, and you're there for them, you're loyal and all, they actually now value you even more. When you're there serving them and you're supporting them, and you also, that is why you need to be strong. Okay, be the queen that you are. Let the king shine, but be there supporting him, supporting what they are doing. Okay, yeah. So that doesn't mean that you are a doormat. You are there to wash the man's feet and nothing about you and all. No, it means you're also supposed to be very strong, because if you're sensitive, then you will always be crying. You'll always be thinking this man doesn't care. But it's not that they don't care. They're just focused on the big picture and what they are working on. But if you support them, if you work with them, then you'll definitely win their heart. Yeah, okay. The third type of man is the priests or the steady man. This is just like the title says, this is someone who is steady. This is someone who is not out there running with ideas and all, and they're not in a meeting. They might not be the person who is speaking most, Even if they are not okay with the status quo, they'll be the last to speak out. This is also someone who is, a people's person. People are always happy around them because this is someone who will not confront you. This is not someone who will push you to do things, so they're just a good person. The only challenge is they're also very slow with making decisions. So they might look like they don't want to decide, but they're just slow. They are just slow in making decisions, okay? But they are just faithful, loyal, and they are okay with their daily routines, not pushing things, just letting things run the way they have always been running. They don't push for change. They don't want to change things, or they take very long to change things, okay? That is the priest and the steady man. And for a priest and steady man, they need a very patient woman. So if you find yourself dating or married to a priest, this is someone who will not want to be confronted, who will not want to be criticized, because, like, for example, when someone is taking very long to make critical decisions concerning their home, concerning the relationship, if you criticize them or if you start pushing them, they tend to even cave more into, like go inside the cave, and they now don't want to talk about whatever issue you are pushing them to make decisions on. So they basically need someone who is very patient. You understand them, but you're also very patient with them. Let them go with the pace they are comfortable with, okay? Yes, so sorry. So those are the three types, personality types of men. And they basically reflect how God is. God is visionary. He has visions. He has plans for us. God is also the king, and he's also the priest. Yeah. So that is just a reflection of who God is, and that is how he has created man. Make sure to look at the next video because it will be showing you, as a lady, the three types and the three personality types of women, and how you can maximize as a wife when you become a wife, and when you get into a relationship, how you can maximize your personality. When you find, I have given ideas on how you can support a man, but it is also good to not get lost when you get married, and based on your personality, it is easy to get lost. Either break the relationship or lose your purpose in the journey of being a wife, okay? So thank you for watching to the end. God bless you, and see you in the next video.